We're out here in Cape Cod Bay and we got a pretty unique feed going on. We got a lot of squid and a lot of nice big bass in the 40-inch range, chasing squid all over the surface the last couple of mornings here. Mostly squid, but we're moving to the west here. Looks like they're on mackerel, so I switched over to the Pro Tail. Been fishing a lot of Pro Tails, and when I really see the squid being penned up on the surface, I'm throwing unweighted 10-inch Hogy originals and bubble gum. The fish right now are down a little bit. We rolled up on them. We have some birds working up off our bow, a mile it looks like. But these fish were mid-water column, and what I did to work this Pro Tail was I just cast it out, let it sink for like a 20 count. Let it get down there in the lower part of the water column and worked it up, you know, varying speed. Hey, not a super long fish here, but as you can see, these things are just packed with squid, and they're eating mackerel as well off the surface, but big fat fish, and they're all eating well, so hopefully this bait can keep these fish here and we have some good fishing for a little bit. Let's get this guy back in the water. What I love about him is I can go multiple trips fishing the same bait. I mean, I bet this bass I've had other trips on, it's probably caught 40, 50 stripers, and there's like nothing at all structurally wrong with it. You're gonna get a ton of use out of it. Durability is a huge factor with these Pro Tails. Yeah, so we're marking some fish here, you know, spread out through the water column, and I like to let that Pro Tail sink when they're not right up on top, and then work it up through the water column, varying speeds. Bigger fish like to grab it on the paws usually, so let's see what we got here. This one feels a little better. We know what they're eating because we got big mackerel and big, you know, 10 to 12-inch log squid flying out of the water when these fish are up and feeding. When they're not feeding, you can see my screen there, I'm just marking fish throughout the water column, and what I'm doing with this Pro Tail is I'm casting it out, giving it a 20 count, and all I'm doing is working it up through the water column, varying my speed. Got a nice fish here. Looks to be, I don't know, maybe 40 inches, maybe a little better, but we've seen some even better stuff in here the last couple of days, so that's what we're here for this morning. Classic Cape Cod Bay slob bass here. Ton of phenomenal bait, giant squid, big mackerel holding these fish here. Hopefully it holds, this bite holds out for a couple weeks. Great, great fishing. We're gonna get this guy back in the water and try to go get something even a little bigger. So we switched over to this bubblegum 10-inch original. Switched it a few times, had a bunch of fish on it. Hooked a nice one out of the bunch. rolled up on a great topwater feed, a lot of big fish eating 12-inch squid off the surface. Threw this bubblegum original in there and had a lot of big fish fighting to be the first one to eat it. When we're fishing squid, we're throwing these unweighted rubber originals. And when we're fishing mackerel, when they're keating on mackerel, we're fishing those blue Pro Tails.